Hey there, toolaholics. Today we're going to do a review of the Milwaukee Fuel M18 Super Sawsall. There's a Fuel M18 Sawsall that Milwaukee make. They make M18 Sawzalls that aren't the Fuel model. There's Milwaukee M18 brushless, there's Milwaukee 18 regular Sawzall. They make an awful lot of Sawzalls. Interesting fact, Milwaukee is the first company to make a Sawzall, also known as a reciprocating saw, which is why Milwaukee is the only brand that actually gets to call their Sawzall a Sawzall, but everybody calls reciprocating saws Sawzalls, at least where I'm from anyways. This thing is a beast. This is the most powerful Sawzall I have used, corded or battery. It's got features on it that other smaller, cheaper models of Sawzalls don't have. One of them is the oscillate feature. So if you turn it on to oscillate, it moves the blade this way. And the benefit of that is if you're just cutting through wood, you'll go through wood about twice as fast when you have oscillate turned on, because it clears the chips a lot faster and doesn't bind up the blade in your sawdust. The tool doesn't have to work as hard. It lets you cut through wood about twice as fast. It has a rafter hook. You can see here that folds out. It folds out of the way really well. It's an okay rafter hook. It could be better. If you're hanging it on something that has something underneath of it down here to hang on, then it works great. What it doesn't work for is if you hang it on a scaffold rung, not on the side of the scaffold where the ladder is and there's nothing down below. It doesn't balance very well. And as you can see, sitting like that, it's almost fallen off of my fingers. So you really need to have something that's hanging down here to rest against for the rafter hook to work well. I wish they'd design that a little better. It's also got a variable speed here. Now, you can adjust the speed of a Sawzall by just changing how much you pull the trigger. So it's not completely necessary, but sometimes you want to be careful. Sometimes. And so you can turn the speed down. I almost always have it turned all the way up. Tool change is easy, it's tool free. You just twist this head and pop out your saw blade and pop a new one in. The shoe is also adjustable in length. It's a little hard to get this thing out, but it's tool free also. So you don't have a tool that comes with it that you have to use to change. Either you can change your depth or take it right off if you need extra tons of room. The battery, if you want to get the most out of this beast of a tool, you're going to want to run a high output HC12 battery. These are really expensive. They're about $375 if you buy them separate. If you don't already have some of these and you're buying the tool, buy the kit. You save about $100 on the battery and you get a rapid charger with it. So it's definitely worth it to buy the kit when you're buying these batteries. One of the downsides to this Sawzall, and it's a common problem with a lot of Sawzalls, is the battery mount, because Sawzalls vibrate the crap out of everything. The battery mount ends up working loose. I've seen guys, a lot of guys have Velcro straps or elastics that run around the battery, and it just kind of holds the battery in place. I haven't been using the Sawzall all that much lately, now that it's worked fairly loose. So I usually end up just swearing at it a bit. It's not too much of a problem, but it's loose enough that the battery breaks contact a little bit and you lose a bit of power. It'll lose power when the battery breaks contact. It's fuel, which means it's brushless, which means if you get it wet, you're not going to hurt it. Getting tools wet isn't great, even if it is brushless, because you have bearings and things like that. This thing is a tank. It is a really, really, really durable tool. When I was looking at buying this originally, I watched a guy's review of it, and he parked a truck on top of it twice, and it was fine. This thing has been through hell. You can see that it's pretty beat up. So ergonomics are really good. It's comfortable to hold on to. It's heavy. It is a heavy tool. If you're working overhead with the Sawzall for an extended period of time, you're definitely going to feel it. You're going to wish you had a smaller one. But if you need to cut through a whole bunch of crap really quick, then you're going to love it. It's big too. It's not a small little compact tool that's going to get into tight spaces. So if you need something that's lightweight, or you need something that's going to fit into tight places for you, then you probably should get either a smaller model or get one of these, which I definitely think you should, and get a hack Sawzall or something like that to go along with it. It's a Milwaukee tool, and I like the Milwaukee warranty because I don't have to keep track of receipts and I don't have to register for a warranty. Milwaukee warranties go off of the serial number, so you just have to take it to a Milwaukee if you break it, which I haven't, and it should definitely be broken by now, but theoretically I could warranty the battery connection here. But to warranty a Milwaukee tool, you take it into a repair center, they can go off of the serial number, and for the age of it, and if it's under 5 years, they'll repair or replace it. They don't really argue about it at all, unless you obviously broke the tool by doing something to it, then the Milwaukee warranty is really good. Side note, the Milwaukee Sawzall blades, I don't get them just because it's a Milwaukee Sawzall and I should have a Milwaukee Sawzall blade, or because I love Milwaukee so I get Milwaukee Sawzall blades. Sawzall blades are pretty expensive. The price of them can add up, and I just find that the Milwaukee ones last the best and cut the best. That's just for me, and your results could be different depending on how you do things. And you can see it's got a little light in it, and that light runs right down where the blade is. So if you're in a basement where it's dark, or a crawl space, or it's the end of the day and you want to go home, but it's or you want to finish something but it's getting dark, then it's got a little bit of a light there so you can see what you're trying to cut. This is a fantastic tool. Absolutely, I recommend this tool to anyone. I recommend it over the smaller models, the cheaper models, just because when you want more power, more durability, more everything, with the smaller ones you don't get it, and you don't want to buy two tools. It does all the regular like Sawzall things, and generally you want to buy the best tool that you can afford anyways. It is a little bit pricey. It's the most expensive Milwaukee Sawzall, but absolutely it's worth the money. It's battery, so you're not dragging a cord around. You're not going to cut your cord accidentally with your because it's sitting underneath of something that you're cutting with. Battery life is it's not amazing, to be honest. Like, it's not. You're not going to run till lunchtime on one of these batteries. You're going to get maybe an hour of constant use with it. So an hour of use with this beast is, I don't know, you gotta be Superman to be able to stand up to that. An hour is quite a bit of runtime for a Sawzall, but if you're going to be using it more than that, you're going to want more than one of these batteries because they do take quite a while to charge, even if you're charging them in a rapid charger. Definitely the best Sawzall I've ever owned or ever used. If you've enjoyed this review or found it useful, be sure to check out my channel for more cool tool reviews and more tool haul. If you hated this review or thought it was dumb, then feel free to call me an idiot in the comments. I'll be posting new tool reviews often, so be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell.